down actually. Okay. Whew. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, man. This is stupid idea. To throw the camera onto it. Yeah, it was a tough night for me tonight, and it's kind of funny because I had such power over the room, and I knew that I was literally the center of the entire room, and it was really, really difficult to deal with because you get in your head, like, are you even safe? And of course you are. Yeah. Already off to a great start this video. Let's just freak out everybody who ever listens to this. Well, let's get him some help, shall we? Get him some help. But I think I'm good. It's funny, everyone who watches or sees me would be like, you're not okay at all. You are not okay one bit. But I would beg to differ. I would say that I'm actually perfect right now. That my vibe is so grounded that people can handle it. And I get a lot of vibes. And then, honestly, being denied alcohol was like such a bummer. And I tried hard to, to get another drink. And I managed to get like 2 or 3 more, I think. After the first one, on the first drink, I was denied alcohol. And then I managed to get like 2 or 3 more. Not sure which. I want to say 3. But I just understood it as it's supposed to be help. I understand it. It's like they saw me and they're like, well, we've got to help this person because obviously something's up with him. But the truth of the matter is, I was at such peace and dancing with the vibe that, and it was like I was in the world with them, but also very entertained by my own thoughts because I couldn't really stand to listen to anyone for any length of time. I tried, but it just sounded like noise to me. And so I just kind of parked myself close to people just to seem normal. And that wasn't at all, probably, because at this point, everything I do is just completely abnormal, and no one knows what planet I came from. So it's a very interesting place to be because I feel like an extraterrestrial and I just landed on Earth. And when I went to the bar, it seemed like that, like I just commanded the room, but it was so much pressure that I was like all sorts of vibes that I went through, from like major paranoia to just a really amazing dance with the band that was on stage. But I was in the crowd, of course, but the music just hit so perfectly that the dance I'd done, I'd never done that before. And um, it's just I couldn't replicate it. It was the best I could have ever done in my life. But the problem with it was so powerful that people around me just couldn't understand. And the thing is, like, no one I said to like anything about it, but like eventually, I think the only people that had a problem with me was the bartenders. I even talked to someone and they thought, like, why are they denying you anything? And it's because I showed my tits to the bartender right off rip, just showed my tits to her, and she just like couldn't handle it. It was so well. It was like vulnerability to the maximum, and then when you do that, when you're completely vulnerable, no barriers up, no shields in place, then people just trip out. They just can't handle, like, wow, you just did that. And I'm there just thinking, well, why not? What was wrong with what I just did? I just just barely, like I just flashed barely. I could have been way longer and just stared into their eyes, but I chose to just do a quick one because she freaked out like right off the bat. She just freaked the fuck out, and it was like she told the other bartenders, and it was like cut him off after this first one. I managed to get it open, the tab still, and then literally it was cut to one beer an hour. But I thought about leaving, but it was so cold, and I just couldn't think of where else to go because the other place is out in the open, except for actually it was a building, but I don't know. I could have went there, I suppose. But I really wanted Guinness, so the other place doesn't have Guinness, so I just mostly listened to people tonight, and I think the silence that I insisted on having with every person, pretty much, it just kind of like it just lured people in, like a black hole. I just sucked people in like a black hole tonight, and like I had such a gravitational pull that everyone in the bar was just looking at me the entire night, anywhere I went, and probably thinking like, well, if they're not looking at you, how could they? But they are. It's like you can feel that everyone in the whole room is like looking at you. That's a lot to deal with. Those kind of like, oh righty then, and just kind of went through it, the motions, because every thought after that, like the whole room goes through that vibe together. And the power of it is insane. Like, you probably feel something while watching this video a certain way, right? Maybe offended or like worried about me. That's power. So I'm literally just at peace. And you watching this is like, something has to be wrong. And there isn't. It's just like based off of my thoughts, how you feel. So if they become negative, then I project negativity. Now it sounds like stuff you just would tune out, right? And then you switch out. You may have already done it. Let's pretend that you were the one who didn't. The only one. The one tonight you saved my life. Because that's what it was. Like, just each person was a lesson. Everyone was God, basically trying to show me something. And that's the problem with God. You never know what God's trying to show you until after it's all finished. And sometimes it's just eye-opening, but you're not even sure if it was eye-opening in the way that I should change, or it's because I don't agree. I don't agree with that. It's what is happening is like mass disruption because of what I put out there, and it's not even verbal, it's just presence. And literally my presence just shakes the room like an earthquake happened, and I just walked in, and everyone has to see what happens next. And it's too much because it's so much attention. It's like being famous. It's like I need a disguise at this point. This vibe is so powerful that whatever I put out, everyone reacts to. So there's a constant wavering between like conflict and peace. And it was a dance. I was just dancing like a wave through it. And it was like so many occasions where I probably should have been thrown out of the bar. But I managed to just stay in, like back up, and then back down, and back up, and then back down, and then back up, and then back down, and quicker and quicker. And just kept surprising me every turn. Like, oh wow, now I think this way about everyone. Now I think this way about everyone. It was either oscillating between total trust and total distrust, and whether I was in danger or not. And people just try and help, but I thought like at times in my own mind I went to like roofies and well, just how am I coming across to people, because it was so bizarre, I'm sure of it. This sounds like a very self-conscious person, but there's a difference. It's like you know it. It's not in your head. It's like you literally know it. You can feel it. It's far more than just self-conscious. I would raise that because I went out just 10 days, I think, without a shower, or 2 weeks. I don't know if that's count. And then I just didn't fix anything about myself. So my my underwear has been warm for like 10 days straight, and at least um, I haven't showered, and I just went in like the same clothes I've been wearing for the same amount of time. So I'm like, you can smell this from probably like a mile away. But it was the point because I needed to see if I could be so authentic, like bad smell and all, not fix clothes because it's for society, right? Just for others. And the thing is, it takes so much energy to do that. Like, if you think about it, you expend so much energy impressing other people that you exhaust yourself. And also, if you think about it, those people help themselves and they learn that way as well. So, when you're not trying to cater to the crowd by behaving, saying, doing what's socially normal, everyone notices because it's like you've accessed this frequency of just effortless, like effortless life. And I know it won't always be that way, but I'm so determined to make it that way. Because imagine if you can live without actually trying at all ever. Like the amount of patience that you require to just not do something that you really like, so sensitive to stress that you just leave that one. And it's really, it seems really reckless, but my explanation is that I don't know when my last day on the planet is. You don't know, your friends don't know, your co-workers, whoever the fuck you know doesn't know your last day on the planet. You're alive right now, and that's all you have. That's all you know you have. So it's bizarre that you would spend it like in a very trying and effortful way, because I think what's for you will find you. And it could be for me just awful, but I feel like I come out stronger every time, transformed from the trauma. And I'm not saying people seek suffering, but it's the strength builder. And I think the teacher, because you learn that you don't have to stress out. You don't have to. You could let it all go and see what happens. Just see. Just see what happens. Notice how much you become in the moment. How much you just float there. That was far too much for people today, because I don't think they've ever met someone who is so wrapped up in the moment that whatever you're talking about doesn't even matter. Like, just to observe that moment, the entire scene, and not be engaged, but not like everyone else is. Just just trying. They're just trying everywhere you look. Everyone's trying. So much trying in life. They're all just trying to get something, trying to impress someone, be a certain way, look a certain way, be received a certain way. Everyone's so wrapped up in being received a certain way. For me, it was proving to myself that I could be as authentic as possible in public. And yeah, it was fucking frightening, because people immediately think like, what's wrong with you, you know? It's like being homeless, but you're not homeless. So you get treated like a homeless person, you get treated, and it's awful. You're turned away, basically, because something's got to be up with you. Not taking care of yourself because you look scruffy, and that's it, really, your appearance. And yeah, I was fine. I think people could feel it, but realized how much I was dealing with because I was like so magnetic that, like I said, I was a like imploding star because it was like everyone beams of pressure on you and you just like, I don't know, Goku, and you got the key, you're guarding your key the entire time from all their attacks. I don't know if I can say attacks. It was like channels, just channels. And it was so much. It was like I could feel everybody. And it was just fucking lots to deal with. I don't know if I'd try it again, to be honest, because it was far too much. I just hyper sensitive. I literally can't be more than I was right there. It's a beautiful thing. It's just very difficult to deal with because the amount of tension you get. It's I'll give it overwhelming, crushing. You have to have a strong sense of mind, like be ready for it because the amount of pressure I had bearing down on me, I had to really come up with a lot of positivity. Positivity just shooting through because it was I never dealt with it before. I was like, the attention just when you're aware your vibe impacts the room, like you are the vibe. You basically conduct how that scene's going to go. And it was just a fucking roller coaster of ups and downs and all arounds and just left curveballs. I mean, just insane. It was a lot. I was juggling fucking everything that night. I think it's just so chill. Like, people just don't get it. Like, how could it be possible to be this chill? I suppose when you lost control of your life and face mortality a lot, um, it's contemplation as well. This is what you act like. You probably warn people against it just because the attention they garner and how hard the road actually is. It's amazing. You just take it day by day, you know. Just, you know, ridiculously chill. It would have been nice to share it, though I did tonight at times, but this comfortable right now, I don't think so. It's fucking freezing outside. And all I wanted to do is this. Oh shit. It's just really good actually. And also like people couldn't understand the fucking word I was saying. No, I mean it was like just too low. I didn't really want to say anything either. So it's just at times it was like, okay, I've got to break the tension because I've not spoken to anyone for a long time. And, it's okay. It's, I don't know. It's alright. I just, I don't know. It's like I wanted to ride the storm instead of get on with everybody. It's like I just wanted to go through the bad feelings. Like, just let's keep on going through the bad feelings this whole time, up and down. You don't. You try not to stay for too long, but you just go back anyway. And yeah, it couldn't be helped either because I was just determined. I was fucking determined to go through it. I just had to push it as far as I could. Like, pull it in to reel it in. Yeah, I feel like I can see who people are now. Like, automatically. It's always a bad vibe, but I just keep going further into the bad vibe. And actually it was like, it was alright to surrender to. Because I just achieved states that I wouldn't have gotten to otherwise. Like ignoring the vibe, basically. The bad vibe. I just ignored it and just kept on going deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And just pushed it along and just kept on going. As it kept on going up and down, but eventually they called it quits and had to leave the bar. And even that, I feel like everyone would think, well, then you're the problem, obviously. But I actually, the presence was so powerful that it had to get rid of me. And I barely moved. I barely moved. I said nothing. I was just literally myself. And it wasn't okay. I think they thought they're helping me, which maybe they were, to achieve what happened tonight. Because um, I'd never experienced that in my entire life. So I've gone like, broken the sound barrier, and now I'm like approaching light speed. But this is like the scary part, because this is super unknown territory. You know? It's like going through hyperspace, and then you actually don't know where you're going to end up this time, though. You just done it randomly, so you could fall inside a planet. Um, Oh, shit. Suppose this is what happens when you stop caring what people think completely, or almost. And it's really a scary place to be. They don't tell you that. You know. They just say the same, like, you shouldn't care what people think, but you actually dive into that and then go all the way. It's fucking terrifying because people realize, like, wow, you really don't care what people think. Um, it's just uh, strikes people a certain way, or something brews within, and it just expresses itself in negativity. And it's not everyone. It's like you get such a clear indication really quickly from people. Some people get it, some people don't. The only like trick is really to find people who understand. Um, I'm hoping that it's someone. That's where it's at now. Honestly. Um, yeah, I mean, I've never been this alone in my life, so I feel like an alien, you know, on planet Earth. It's quite a place to be. Like I just landed here tonight, and that was a lot of attention. Like I'm operating on like a different wavelength, you know, to the rest of society. And it's super crazy to deal with. Um, yeah, it'd be nice if life was like, didn't demand any kind of effort from you. Like even me, like work being effortless. I mean, then you can talk to a coworker, and do the job in your own time, which is just fucking freedom. Because when the job doesn't demand anything of you, except for you to appear, you never worry about like not wanting to go there. I suppose because you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't be obligated. Although, if you could and you wanted to be there, and it just was like a breeze, and you just really wanted to do it. But that does it really exist? I don't know, actually. What if you just found a place where that was the case, and you never have to explain yourself, and the work feels like taking a piss all day? Wouldn't that be great? You still get paid, right? Enough to feel this way. And then it's like somewhere you want to be, extension of home. But it's like people you want to be around, and then you can be any kind of way you want to be around them. And yeah, it just feels like daydreaming all day. What if you can achieve that? I think a lot of people go to, well, if I made enough money, I think they forget how like those jobs are actually difficult to do still. Like you trade your demons for the next set of demons, right? So you've got those tasks at the bottom, but then you've got these tasks at this place. But I'm talking about both fucking jobs just feeling like nothing when they are. I'm talking about like you as an individual do it at your pace, your favorite fucking pace. With no worry about deadlines or getting it done at a certain fucking time because we're only here once for one. And things done patiently are so much fucking better than done quickly in a hurry. Because you're prone to trip when you're hurrying along. And also, you don't pay attention to what's going on around you. I think people would think, well, what about emergencies, right? Where time is of the essence. What if you had so many fucking people responding to it that it didn't, they would have made it in perfect timing anyway, because there's so many units nearby. Imagine that for a second. How would you do that, Joe? Well, how do you fund those places so that they can hire fuckloads of people? And how do you fund the people to actually do those jobs too? But it's really more about hiring more in a single facility than trying to skimp and make a bottom line. They should have the freedom to actually spend more money on these workers and actually import from other countries as well, so that the facility never has to be short-handed, and then we also can respond faster. This is like emergency services like police, firefighters, nurses. All of those could be done in that manner if we just had government funding to do so. I'm not an expert, but it seems to me like we're putting too much into the military, preparing for war, when it's like a perceived attack. Everyone's posturing for war, but then there's been no indication except for the Ukraine conflict and Gaza as well. Perhaps it would take world peace to actually end it, or fund the country the way it should be. I guess people are just doing the best they can in the system. I wish there was a good solution to it, because I don't think people are really fulfilled just being a cog in the system. And they seem really expendable, which is scary too. Like, you never know what's going on with someone mentally. Um, they're discriminated against because they're not what they used to be. Might not function as fast as they used to. It's like ageism as well. You could assume that the younger worker can outperform, but it's not always the case. But it's just something to do with humans. Just assume that you're more fit if you're a younger person. And at a certain age, I mean, that's true. You don't move as quickly, of course. It just seems unfair to me because they're humans too. They've just lived a little longer than everybody else. You know, if you love to do something, you should be able to do it. And not feel like pressured to be so fast at the job, but the pace you'd actually like to do it. What a wonderful world if you could just slow down so much that even your job felt effortless. Like you just went like like in a dream, on a cloud to these places instead of rushing to the next thing. Like I've got to do this, this, and this, and this, and this day. What if it was all just on your schedule? Or it just felt like you could adhere to that schedule without panicking. You know, like checking the clock frequently. Like, it'd be great if you could ballpark the arrival, not be worried if you're 40 minutes late or an hour late. Just this, I knew it was going to be around this time. This is how long it took me today to get ready, and blammo, here I am. And it's perfect timing because you feel great. And it means that you bring a lot of peace with you. But when you feel pressure to be there at a certain time, it's like you bring a very bad vibe to the place because you're worried about being late. And then the manager senses it, and then that's when they come at you the hardest because you're thinking in your head, fuck, I'm late. I'm like 40 fucking 5 minutes late. And really, the correct response is just, fuck it, I'm late. I'm here. But it's like even less than that. Like, this was perfect timing. Like, today, this was the perfect timing. And then you see how it goes from there. But it's a tough road. It takes a lot of balls to do this road. And conjuring the balls is like, they look to God, basically, to conjure your balls. And yeah, it's not easy. All I can describe it as is it's a different dance but it's a dangerous dance because nobody's a fan. They've figured out how to do it effortlessly for now, because shit comes up for sure. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say that. It's really hard to say that because it was a fucking rough night tonight. There's a lot of just opposition. Trial by God, just to show me something. But I never know what exactly it is. I don't think I'm meant to know. It's like I can't convince my brain to do anything different. It's like just total awareness of self. Just super self-conscious. And it's looked at like a bad thing, but I don't think it is unless you can command it. That's it. It was like a language I was trying to learn. It's a lot. It was just every moment was unexpected. And I was just kind of playing it as it went, like taking the punches as they came. I feel like every way I try to paint this, it's not quite it. think you have to be in my presence to know what I'm talking about. Because I'm not even sure the people I interacted with today know exactly what happened. I feel like they've been left guessing indefinitely. Just as the audience is probably now. You know, people think that they know what's going on. But at the end of the day, all they know is their best guess. I mean, suppose you met an alien. You couldn't really know what their intentions are at all. You don't know if you're safe, friendly, anything. And you couldn't know what they've been through and where they've come from. Because it's nothing like what you know at all. And this is what I found tonight. Yeah, just went to a lot of strange places tonight. So it's and sometimes you just push the boat out all the way, to where you don't even see land anymore. And I don't know, you just see where it takes you. It just was like the most fucking detached thing I could do was do what I'm doing. And it couldn't have been prevented. That's the craziest thing about this. It's like everything that just happened, or leading up to this, none of it could have been prevented in life. It just was, this is Joe. And one day he would become so discontent with the way the world is that he would smoke. It's not a good idea. Uh, he would just retreat from it, kind of. I don't know if hideaway is the right word. Become so disenchanted that you don't bother trying anymore because you've known so much betrayal in your life. And you just don't care what people think anymore, because even those closest to you just rip your fucking heart out. And you just get to a place of fuck it. And it's been freeing, to be honest, because I've done